So, hi guys. Today is one of those days that words fail me, emotions have me, and I I am angry, I'm livid. Um I'm livid because society has failed children. I'm livid because society keeps failing women and mothers. You may be wondering what is happening right now in France. Well, a little girl, an 11-year-old girl, was has just passed. Her name is Lyanna. And you may be wondering why. Well, Lyanna was taken away from us by a predator. A predator who knew her, a predator who knew her parents, a predator who knew her school, a predator whom she was best friends with his kids, a predator who had every plan and mastery of the book of predation on how to get her. Lyanna was taken away from us at the age of 11. She was just in middle school. And her parents went out looking for her. They couldn't find her. And thanks to, it was an African, a black man who actually, sounded the alert and said, listen, something is fishy here. There are birds circling somewhere. And, if you come from Africa, you always know that there are certain birds when you see, especially when they start circling a particular spot, you start saying, something must have, passed there. Now, in all of this, Lyanna, an innocent child, did not ask for this. What is most aggravating? What is most frustrating? What makes me so angry? God, what makes me so angry is the fact that the justice system has failed children, victims, the justice system has failed women. Just last week, I was talking about feminism after some mentally deranged human being came here and gave his warped, shallow definition of feminism. And I lost it, and I'm losing it because I have not been able to film for the past couple of days. Because each time, I really try to get out of, this part of life that I have been a victim of. And then you hear the stories of children like Lyanna. You hear the stories of children in a country that says it's all about equality, justice, and freedom, and how much the Constitution is held dear to them. And you just totally lose it, because how is it that over 70,000 cases of child molestation for over how many years? And that is the one that they can actually put their hands on right now. Over 70,000. God. I was molested as a child. And it's still a battle, right? It's still a battle to be able to live. But each day, you tell yourself you can, right? I'm going to do a video on this on YouTube, so please bear with me. I'm so emotional right now. Like I said, I have waited since the beginning of this. I have waited just because I didn't want to fall apart. I wanted to do a video still on child molesters and child molestation, and in this country, But something just kept me off. And I don't know if it was, the feeling or, just delayed trauma. I don't know. I know, I felt like maybe I wasn't ready. I don't know. But I wanted to do it. I've picked up all the material I need. I have all the material I need for it. But this one, I'm going to put it on YouTube because it's going to be pretty long. So please watch out for it. But like I said, when you hear the excuses politicians are given, when you hear a commonality of a people who are supposed to be responsible, and then they are now throwing their responsibility to someone else and looking for the scapegoat, that is very typical. We are getting to find out that there are so many. Patrick Bruel, maybe you know him. He's a musician, an artist, an actor. For the past couple of months, Flavie Flamand, who is also an actress, quite popular, spoke, and everybody was like, and that was it. And now they decided, okay, now it's time for them to speak and do something about it. Because everyone is disgusted. It's disgusting. And to say, in the words of a mother, that the only reason millions of cases of child molestation have gone unspoken, undone, unsolved, and their predators still move around. And I think that is actually the fact. There are people who are involved that are of extreme high rank. And so they are not not ready to do anything about it. Case in point, and I'm sorry, case in point, the person who is the number one citizen of this country. Case in point, I live in France, so do the math. Case in point, the number one citizen of this country. And that till tomorrow, it has passed as a normal, that a student or a teacher, a 9-year-old teacher, was supposed to be having an affair with her student, her 15-year-old student. And so when we normalize anomalies, then it's supposed to be seen as normal. And there is absolutely nothing normal about it. Lyanna was just 11. I was just 8. They were not people who were far away. They were people who knew me. They were people who knew my parents. Who's safe? Children, we are not safe. Our kids are not safe. Mothers, wives, women, we are not safe. The law is not even there to help. So who? It's now up to us to do it for ourselves. That's it. The day my son began kindergarten, that was the language I spoke to him from the first day. Because tell me, I said, listen, no one ever gets to touch you any part of your body. There were times when he was playing football and he wanted to, they said they had to, wash in the bathroom. I would be there. I didn't care. I wanted to be there. And I wanted to know who was coming in out of their bathroom at each point in time. It's a sad day. Above all, it's a shame. Meet me on YouTube. Bye.